the Conservative Party, the most successful political party in the history of Western democracy, the party of Winston Churchill and Margaret Hilda Thatcher, can't they do better than Liz Truss and Rishi Sunak?
The party is unrecognisable. I don't recognise this as even the party of Thatcher, never mind Churchill, never mind going back into history. For all sorts of reasons, I think you've got an awful lot of second-rate people in Parliament. Now, I don't think that Liz and Rishi are second-rate parliamentarians, but nor do I think that they stand out at the moment as, the sort of people that we will be talking about to grandchildren in 30 years' time or whatever it might be. I think you're absolutely right about the party. I think the standard of parliamentarian is poor. I think a lot of that has been this wretched quota business. Labour Party had all women shortlists. We had the A list. You're trying to manipulate a parliament that is not based on raw merit and raw electioneering and appealing to the electorate, but is based instead on identity politics. We must have women. We must have people who are gay. We must have people who are racially different. We must have this. We must have that. And that militates against merit. And the parliament that I joined in 1987 was a vastly more serious body than this one has ever been.
Predictions at this stage, Ann Widdecombe, how do you think it will play out? Who will be our next Prime Minister on the 5th of September 2022?
Well, unless something really massive happens, I think it almost certainly will be Liz Truss, according to all the polls. And I think it probably will be. But as I say, I want time, if you like, for things to go wrong. I want time for those deep questions to be asked. I want time for people to really press Liz on freedom, because Rishi has volunteered statements on freedom. She hasn't. And when I Googled Liz Truss and freedom, all I could find was a speech about freedom abroad in other countries, persecution of minorities in other countries. No. I want to know here, are we going to be able to say what we think without fear of losing our livelihoods under a Truss government? Now, so far, I hear nothing, but Rishi has addressed that.
Tom Bower, is this debate that's happening within the Conservative Party good or bad for the country?
I think it's good for the country because I think that any debate is healthy in a democracy. I think the polls are probably exaggerating Liz Truss's lead. I think that Rishi has a lot to improve, but he's got several weeks still to do it. I think in the Sky debate a few days ago, which he won conclusively, he could replicate that. So whereas I'm not saying that I would vote for Rishi right now, I think that we're much better off having the debate, because at the end of it will be a hard 18-month fight to rebuild the party, to focus its attention on governing the country, which has not been the Conservative government's focus in the last few months. And that can only be for the better, Mark. So hold off. Let's let a bit more democracy, let more light shine on the candidates. We'll find out the truth about them pretty soon.